Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Grave Matters around coffin discussion of all things horror. Letting you all know that this is a pre-recorded show. I am Creepy Clown Girl. Alongside of me is the Sleeping Wendigo and Filia Noctis. Hello, you guys.
Hello.
Hello.
How's
So
everybody?
we're trying a little experiment. Oh, we're doing good. I was just gonna say we're trying an experiment. I don't know how good this is gonna go. We have a guest that was not able to be with us on Thursday evenings, so we're trying a pre-recorded thing. So, with that said, who do we got hanging out in the wings?
We have King of the Canadian. Oh, hello, King.
Hello, thank you guys so much for having me here. And I love being the experiment, the test bunny. I like being the guy that we're going to try something new because at the end of the day, I just couldn't be there for you guys on a Thursday. And I know that CCG worked super hard at trying to get me on the show for a while. And there was a lot of talk between me, Sleeping Wendigo, CCG, and Raven on how to actually pull this off. And I'm super excited that we were able to do this. And I'm hoping that, this experiment works well and a lot more guests are more comfortable coming in on an off hour rather than Thursday and then joining you guys further. So hopefully this all works out.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome
I
to
think
have
it's
you.
going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be very, very fun. Yeah, I can't wait for
Yes.
this.
Love your voice, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's a comedically trained voice. I started doing stand-up comedy before I got onto here. So I learned to do baritone, monotone stuff, eloquent speech for my bits and my sketches, and it just naturally works very, very well for YouTube and all the little bits and skits that I do. So thank you for that.
Welcome. You're also
Oh, it is a nice.
amazing.
It is a
art.
lovely voice.
It's one of those
All
things
right.
too, where it's one of those things too, where I always look to do maybe more ASMR stuff like that that some of our brothers and sisters do because those compliments are very nice. And as much as I like to be a funny haha guy, yeah, I do get a lot of comments on, you could use that silky voice and maybe join September Dragon Audio for a couple of sensual ASMR stuff. So that could be something in the future.
Oh,
Oh
we
yeah, that would
PG,
be awesome.
a PG sample.
Oh man, PG sound, yeah. It'd be like, I was walking up to my Walmart the other day, and I had a big jug, empty jug, and as I was walking up, I fell over, and as my face pressed up against that cold glass, I realized that my beautiful face was never to be harmed. So I decided to roll upon my boo. How about that? Oddly enough, that just kind of came off the top of my head. I just, I did. I was improvised, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, weird, eh?
Okay.
I'm glad it was your boob, sis, and not my bathtub experience.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That'd be.
'cause we wouldn't want you to be embarrassed by falling off the toilet.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It's
that's
much better to bounce on your own boob.
that's low hanging fruit as well. That's some sexy stuff in there. There's some bathroom stuff, shower
Yeah.
stuff, toilet stuff. Yeah. People
Yeah.
have a little. See, I wanted the challenge of being outside in the public. Yeah, I could sex that one up easily.
Sure, I see what you mean. God.
I won't talk about this to everyone.
Yeah. All right. It's going to be a long show. We're not going to have any control of this at all. Um, if you would like to tell us a little bit about yourself, about your channel, and how did you come up with your name?
Oh, sure. So I am King of the Canadian Hill. I am a moose that lives in the boreal forest, not a forest, and I graze and I eat grass. I saunter about. I chase wolves away from my children, and I enjoy the outdoors like no other moose should. And I just enjoy things like that. And the channel, how did the channel come to be? So what happened was stand-up comedy was waning for me. The creativity was something that I was always a hobby for me, and I always wanted to do something more, and I always had a love for other things of art. So what ended up happening was I joined a sports blog website, and I wrote articles for the Los Angeles Kings and the Ontario Reign, and and I ended up making a YouTube channel because the blog asked me to do a podcast along with the stories that I write for the LA Kings. And that's kind of how it started. So it was King of the Canadian Hill, being that I'm a guy that lives in Canada but loves the Los Angeles Kings. So needless to
Oh,
say, yeah. So needless to say, that was the worst experience of my life. It was absolutely terrible. There was toxic fandom, toxic communities. I had fellow LA Kings podcasters threaten me, tell me that there's only room for them and them alone, that I had no hockey acumen, and I only did that for a year. And I was so happy when the LA Kings, my favorite team, got eliminated because I got to quit the podcast game, and the blog actually fired me as well because I was I wasn't actually doing a good job there as well. So naturally, the channel gravitated towards something that I should have done a long time ago. Horror. I love horror movies.
horror.
I
Yeah.
live I live around the city where a lot of movies got filmed. I'm actually in the middle of a Saw franchise because I work in facilities, and the Saw franchise latest movie is just being filmed. Well, they wrapped up filming, so I got to be a part of that. And I'm a part of a lot of
Oh,
stuff there.
wow.
Yeah. It's Josh Strolberg. Like he's a guy that we meet regularly, bump into, and it's a really nice little atmosphere here in the city having that. So it just seemed about right to have the horror come out in me, and you know me, I can't go very far without doing a little bit of comedy. So the channel is that it's horror comedy, it's satire, it's puns, it's all sorts of fun that I love to do, and that's the channel, and this is where we're here now.
That's awesome.
It really is. Wendigo, can you imagine King of the Canadian Hill being the second person to narrate movies?
That would be pretty funny. I think that'd be a good idea.
I have visions of MST3K, Mystery Science
I'm
Theater
always
3000.
it's
That's
all the
what I envision.
yeah, it's all those sort of genres, that I love mixing because I love doing parodies. I know that some people were like, "Hey, you copied this, you copied that," and it's like, of course I did. It's I love doing parodies. I love honoring everything comedy and mystery science theater. Like the commentary of movies is something I did. I did about 24 videos of that mystery science theater sort of shtick for Canadian movies. I love that sort of stuff. Parody is my mantra because at the end of the day, it's something that is a hobby of mine, and I love just letting the other artists know that I love what you guys do, and and I'll see if I can lovingly troll you and make fun of it out of a sign of respect. As the Raven Dreams knows, I've done a couple of videos kind of parodying what he does and all that stuff, and yeah, it's fun. I love that sort of stuff.
Well, we will give you lots of material to make fun of us with, especially
Well,
me.
she has boobies and a jug, and I have a bathtub. Go for it.
that's a triple threat right there. I love it.
Yeah, Wendigo and I are writing this comedy called Boobies, and it's about a pair of haunted breast implant. Yeah.
Oh wow, no, yeah, I would be. Oh gosh, I couldn't even imagine falling with breast implants.
I
I mean,
could.
I would worry so much about ruptures.
like that's like when as horror's turning into something more escalated with movies like Malignant and all that. I think that's probably the next move, like a cursed haunted breast implant. Maybe it starts talking, and maybe it's kind of like the Necronomicon, except it's on a boobie.
Oh no. Okay. Anyway, trying to maintain some professionalism.
Oh, you're not gonna get that with me.
Yeah, I don't know what I was
Like,
thinking.
let the show go. This is funny. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you had said that you were always interested in horror. Do you remember your first horror movie?
Black Christmas, 1974. It was a prank by my uncle, who said, "Hey, you guys want to watch a Christmas movie?" Because we were having our Boxing Day family get together, and he put that on, and I believe I was 10 to 12 years old, and it did not go well with my mother. My father thought it was pretty funny, but yeah, that's one of the first memories of horror, and I believe my uncle did it again with The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, a few years later.
Well,
And,
King, you gave me an idea to do with my nephew when he's older.
I know. I as well. My nephew's turning 6 this year, and I'm always thinking to myself, what type of horror movie can I introduce him to, or what sort of cartoon can I present him that's not going to piss off my sister, so she will murder me, but get him into the genre.
I mean, the very first movie I saw was The Grudge, and I was 5 years old when that was, because apparently someone didn't change the channel and it went to that movie somehow.
Oh, I love it. Is it question though? Is it the Japanese or the American version?
I'm pretty sure it was the American version.
Right on, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yep.
Yeah, Buffy
Yeah.
the Vampire Slayer. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic
They're
movie.
so young. They're so young. Yeah, my first one was this, and it's like that was made in 2000.
Yeah.
Sorry.
First two horror movies were Psycho, still paranoid about that bathroom scene, and Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing, eh? I was talking about it the other day, where you have a main character who is a ne'er-do-well, someone that you think is a protagonist, but is an antagonist. She's stealing from her job to fund her boyfriend. The scene opens up in a hotel room. She's sleeping around. But you're going to follow Miss Crane, because she's trying to get away with it. And when she dies, it flips you. You're like, what is this? Like, that's the main character's dead? Amazing movie. And you can't beat a good zombie movie. Absolute love zombie movies. Yeah, 9/11 Dead. Excellent stuff.
Also saw
You
the
know,
remake.
that- Oh. I was just, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the opening scenes were actually filmed in Phoenix, and the bedroom scene was in the Westward Ho Hotel, which was basically like the first multi-story um, semi-size skyscraper
Oh,
in
that's
Phoenix.
awesome. Awesome stuff. And you know that there's no GoPros or drones back in the day. So to make that shot
Right.
happen, absolutely impressive.
And
Yeah, it's
yeah,
haunted. I mean, um, now it's apartments, but when you walk into the main lobby, just past the elevators, there's stairs, a landing, and stairs that go up, and they have a picture of Roy Rogers and Trigger standing there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it's a really, it
underneath.
was also like one of the first places that had air conditioning.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
well,
there's
that's, kind of a necessity in Phoenix.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant up at the very top of it, and my friend Tom was heading to the bus, and he happened to look up and saw a waiter standing up there. The restaurant had been closed for years, and underneath there's like cars from the 1930s and um, a kitchen that's partially blocked off, and yeah, it's pretty wicked in there.
Oh, very cool. The waiter's still waiting for his tip.
Yeah.
Probably they'll be waiting a very long time.
That he will.
Yeah.
So what got you into doing the art that you do?
Amazingly enough, it was an old childhood hobby of mine. I was very into comic books and all that sort of stuff. I bought an easel and paint supplies as I got older. I was always trying to chase something that kept me that kept my mind going. I love reading. I love just kind of sitting back and just imagining stuff. And and drawing just naturally kind of comes into that sort of purview where it's if I'm telling a story, I want you to know that I'm doing a complete story, that my artist itch knows no bounds, and I just love doing everything in my power to just let all my creative juices out, and if it has to be with voice acting or little skits or drawings, yeah, it's like a complete package sort of thing. And it's always been a test, when the lockdown happened and we're all kind of sitting inside, and I put more effort into the YouTube channel. The drawing tablet needed to happen. I knew that was going to be probably the next thing on my list to do for my channel, and it was just natural. I just loved how me and my cousin, we would actually record fake radio shows, and I would draw out silly little caption cards and silly little weather beats and stuff like that. So it was always a part of my repertoire.
That is so cool because
That's
I have a
cool.
couple of your pieces of art, and it's like, hey, I like your version of me.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm very critical of what I do. I think that my voice is too dry. I think my characters are the delivery's not as good. I always critical of how I draw stuff and how it is interpreted. So comments that CCG sends me is always appreciated because I'm your classic tortured artist. I'm never satisfied with anything that I do. So when I do get compliments on stuff like that, it means the world to me.
Well, I like your art. I like your style. I think it's definitely unique and different, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm currently doing is getting one of your pieces of art.
That's
Um,
great.
so I'll share it in Grave Matters as soon as I find
I
it.
narrated a
Yeah.
story I narrated a story about a tortured artist. Literally, he was tortured.
Yeah, strapped up and being tortured.
It was actually, it was written by Timothy Duran.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it was one of Timmy's, and he always has a flair for bizarre.
I love
Okay,
it.
Wendigo, yeah, yeah, he's good. Wendigo, do you have any questions?
Yes. So, King, when it comes to your narration styles, what do you think would be your biggest strengths and weaknesses?
Ooh. So one of my biggest strengths is the character. I think my character development is always on par, because I always delve into, when I'm writing characters out, what's their what's their what's what what's their shtick? What's the whole idea? What's the through line? How do I get that character to do this, this, and this? And it's integral to me that I have to have these steps brought to it. Well, I think it's just one of those things where I'll sweat over the details of something like that, and I truly believe that I've hit some sort of uh, piece, that I've done something good with that. And weakness, you name it. I think that sometimes my stories don't have a good ending. I think that I have a cold open that I don't like. I think that I rush a good character through too much. I think that there's a big weakness on just like I said, just the delivery of it. I always want something to be a little bit more than what my thought process was. But at the end of the day, I just want to have a good equal part to it, and I think that suffers greatly. But that's something that comes with time. I've only been doing this for a few years, so it's as the more effort I put into it, the more I'll get better at it in that aspect. I hope.
That's
Well,
true.
there comes a couple here. Unfortunately, one has to be a screenshot. But I remember this one. Okay, what is
So,
going on?
who was your first horror tuber that you listened to?
So funny enough, it was actually Corpse Husband. So I was listening to him out of boredom because YouTube recommended it, and then I clicked it. I absolutely fell in love with that deep voice that I parodied it. I did a couple parodies, but then amazing enough, As the Raven Dreams was the second one YouTube recommended, and this was As the Raven Dreams with 500 subs, and it was funny because hearing his voice as rough as the Raven Dreams was at 500 subs, I went, oh wow, this guy sounds way better and has an incredibly good delivery and knows exactly what type of story to tell. And yeah, so it's Corpse Husband for a video or two, but I think it was As the Raven Dreams as the true blue guy.
Yeah.
No worries, yeah.
How much did he pay you to say that?
as good as friends as we are, I prefer to boss him around with my stupid crap rather than him boss me around.
He is.
Do not answer that question.
I plead the fifth.
I put the pictures in the chat, King.
Yes, yeah, I see it. Yeah, perfect. When you asked me to do the super powered kind of creepy clown girl solo picture with powers, it was such a struggle for me because I wanted to showcase your powers and what it means and what you do. And I was kicking myself saying I should have done something more, but I was so happy when you came back with a compliment on how I did the detail and how I showcased your power, and I'm very happy with that. Yeah, the group thing, the group photo is that's something that I just wanted to thank you guys. I think that was just one big, great, big thank you for being there for me, for being a friend, for allowing me to play with you guys. I think that was something like everybody in that photo. Uh, you guys invited me into your home. You guys allowed me to have fun and share a few laughs, and that's yeah. Everyone in there, I can't thank you guys enough for what we're doing now. For I'm still going. I'm still here, and it's because of those guys in that photo and or
In fact,
drawing.
I even still my Twitter background. It's like it'll just stay there.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
I have a couple more too. Yeah, I like how you draw. In fact, that Supergirl one goes along to my TikTok video. It goes, if taking back your power makes you the villain, then be that villain.
Oh, very cool. I like it.
I like it. It's lots of fun. And the way you
Okay.
drew Wendigo, oh my god, that's so
That's good. Yeah, yeah. He's got this neat little fire sort of emblem thing. So I was using a lot of chalk crayon to kind of make him glow a little bit. I wanted him to be a true Wendigo, to be a force of nature, to be the cannibal of the forest. I just don't want to do like that bone horse deer thing that everyone draws. So I was super excited that I was able to draw that, him glowing and stuff. Yeah, that Grave Matters t-shirt's one of my favorite things ever. I absolutely love that.
I'm still working on making it into a shirt. I'm still trying to get all of the stuff figured out.
No
But
worries. Yeah.
once I get everything figured out, I will definitely send you a photo of the shirts when they're done before I start shipping them.
Well, we
Oh,
do need to change the photo for that. But
yeah, no worries.
oh,
Is that the picture that goes on the t-shirts?
mm-mm,
Oh, okay.
no, nope, I didn't share that one.
Okay. So, King, what type of horror story is your favorite? Like, do you like slashers, or do you like the psychological or possession?
So amazingly enough, this might not surprise any of you, but it's actually dry pan dark comedy horror movies. I love satire, slashers, stuff like that. Yeah, anything that you can get a laugh in, or anything that pokes fun at something, is my favorite type of horror movie. The Scream franchise is probably a good example of something like that. It's
Mhm.
yeah, ultimate satire, ultimate tipping of the cat, winking at the camera. I love those sort of things. I, 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 I tend not to lean towards scary movie because that's a little too slapstick. I like the slapstick, but it's too on the nose sometimes. But that's generally how my writing tends to go, because I would love to do a dark comedy satire uh, uh, content drop, but I'm having too much fun, so it turns into a scary movie sort of shtick, because I just love that. I love laughing to myself. I love seeing if I can make other people laugh. I love the fart jokes. I love the poop jokes. So that's generally where I like to be. So funny enough, I don't actually like to watch those scary movies, but I make the scary movies on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm a satire boy. I'm a dark
So
comedy
you're
sort of guy.
still 13. You're a
Another
13-year-old
one is
boy.
Yes, yes, always, always. I've been stuck as a 13-year-old for 23 years. Yeah.
I would like to see you do a parody of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually on my list. I have sticky notes everywhere in my little hut here, and I'm looking at it right now. My sticky notes for Rocky Horror Picture Show, sort of a dance song, because I just got into that. I write I wrote my own music and played piano for one of my YouTube video game content drops, and I loved every minute of it. I'm gonna write my music because I don't want to get copyright infringement anymore. So it's just natural to do the Rocky Horror Picture Show and write my own music, sing my own songs. Yeah, it's something on the list to do for next year. Next year, I'm a little busy this year.
You know, it'd be cool
Cool.
to have a picture with all of our avatars on it. Like, Filia would be Columbia, I would be Magenta, Wendigo could
Oh,
be Riffraff, and Raven would be either Brad or would be Frankenfurter. We just
I
gotta
I,
find Meatloaf Janet.
I like him as Brad. I think that's the one.
Yeah, definitely Brad. Now we just
Ra-
gotta find our Frankenfurter.
Yeah,
Ra-
he could.
Raven, Raven goes, I would be Meatloaf.
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
Milo.
Yeah. Oh, we must work on this, King.
Yeah, I like it.
You know what's scary is I used to be in a stage show for Rocky Horror,
Oh, is that
and I
right?
played Janet. Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
All right, well, Philly is Janet. I'll be Magenta. We just got to find a Columbia, a Janet, or no, a Columbia, Rocky, and
That's a
Brayden and
Yeah.
Sal. Oh, and Frankenfurter.
that's a compliment, by the way, as the Raven Dreams. He looks just like Meatloaf, and I think Meatloaf's a sexy son of a bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. That's just
he
all.
is. Well,
He's,
was he's
Oh,
he's
gone now, but
his dad
yeah.
did. Sorry, I read that wrong. So your dad is a sexy son of a bitch.
Raven, why don't you join us and sing a little hot patootie blessing soul? Just kidding. Raven's like,
Oh, Rocky.
Okay, yeah, okay. I plead the fifth again. I'll never talk about that again.
thanks, but never talk.
It's sometimes though, my mother, who's a tiny Irish woman with very very angry attributes to her, sometimes she would get riled up about something, and it would be of the sexual nature. And I'm with you. It's like moms and dads shouldn't say that in front of their children, but they're just being honest with us, right? Sometimes mom has to say booby and nipple. Sometimes dad has to say I sat on my balls and this and that. Sometimes, yeah, it's uncomfortable stuff. So yeah, I'm with you, Raven. I'm with you, buddy.
Very strange. My family, we did not censor anything in my family.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I wish it was for us, but my parents were an open book, very transparent about stuff like that. They were, yeah, they were, yeah. I hate to say it, they did say "sexy son of a bitch" a few times as I grew up, and me and my sister both kind of looked at each other and went, "Whoa, okay, that's mom and dad."
well, yeah, that's so not my family. Hippies. I grew up with hippies.
I love it. My dad's a big old hippie now. He smokes a lot of weed, drinks his beers, and tends to his garden. Yeah.
Yes, yes, they're still hippies. They're still looking for that commune.
I love it. I love it.
I used to have this shirt or something, and my sister looks at me and goes, yeah, the 60s called today. They want their shirt back.
No, you got to keep the
You
tie dye going.
Yep.
Yes, you have to. You have to.
Tie dye never dies. Tie dye never dies. Tie dye never dies.
that was actually really good, Cece.
Huh?
I might have to steal that joke from whoever said that.
The 60s almost said sexty. Anyways, the 60s called him. They want their shirt back.
I'm gonna steal
Oh,
that
that'd
one
be
day.
cool. How about Grave Matters in tie dye? There we go.
That's pretty cool. With the logo?
hmm Have us in tie dye, and because Raven likes bright colors, slap that on a black T-shirt. Oh,
Bright purple and pink colors, tie-dye.
right, right, exactly. And we're all sitting around a tombstone or a coffin, actually.
Such a great idea.
Yeah, we'd be
Such a
tie
great
dye.
idea.
It'd be bright,
So we
cheerful.
can have, yeah, absolutely. But listen, we could do a decade of horror per show. So like we could do the 60s horrors and the 70s horror movies and have it divided up by decade. And we could do our own little I don't even remember what MTV called it when they do the each decade. I don't remember what they called it.
Yeah,
Please tell me someone knows what I'm talking about.
yeah,
We'll call it a brave decade. That's what ours will be.
I had Much Music up in Canada, so we never had MTV down up here. So yeah, unfortunately I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's basically the same thing. MTV does a show about a specific decade, and they talk about all
Okay.
the different things that happened in that decade, music-wise and fashion and stuff like that. So we could do the same thing, but with horror, and we could, talk about the books. And I
Yep.
mean, God, the 70s alone is going to take like 5, 6, 8 shows
Oh
because
hell
the
yeah.
70s was such an explosion of that kind of thing.
And it
I
just
mean,
went
most of the horror up to the 60s was like sci-fi.
Oh, absolutely. And it just went crazy in the 80s with,
It did.
Friday the 13th
Oh.
and Nightmare on Elm
Mhm.
Street.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of. I mean, they're campy now, but they were really, for what they were back in the 80s. They were amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
Can't yeah. And a commentary on the schlock of the 70s slasher movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the Dream Demon making those jokes and puns and all that. It was absolutely like Wes Craven knew exactly what he was doing because he actually made those movies.
Yeah.
He literally made those movies and said,
Yeah.
I'm going to make fun of myself. Oh, I love that. I love that sort of creativity when you just
What
kind of
a-
turn it up on your head.
One of the funniest
great
quotes from any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies that I love came from Freddy himself, and it was after he got a kill, and he goes, "What do you know? I beat my high score."
Yeah, so good. Yeah. Or I love that line, what a treat, fresh meat. It's just so good.
We got to do the black and whites too. I mean, come on, Dracula.
Oh yeah.
The Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Night of the Psycho.
Lon
Bird.
Chaney, Bela Lugosi. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
Yeah.
guys were
Cat-
amazing,
himself,
and that was all without special effects.
right? Vincent Price.
Oh, I loved him when I was growing up. Oh,
God,
he was just, yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, we could really take this idea and run with it. However, we are still interviewing.
yes.
We're still here with King of the Canadian Hill.
I this interview is going so well for me because I love inspiring and getting thought processes going and getting the old mind cloud building bigger and bigger. So this is fun. I love this. It's good.
We
Yeah.
try to make
Our
it
shows
enjoyable
tend to
for
be like
everybody.
Raven knows me so well. Yeah, it's just fine. I love that's what I'm all about. It's a hobby for me. It's about inspiring. That's what I do open mic comedy. It's just about inspiration and getting people up there that have the right talent, that have the right things, and doing something with it. Because I'm a guy that works 9 to 5, have a 9 to 5 job, and I'm happy and I'm good there. Yeah, I'm not looking to do anything else. So this is fun. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
I was a promoter and supporter, musician, still am, and I had this falling out. I wish I didn't delete everything because my Twitter page literally looked like a fan page. But so anyways, this their little minions came after me. There's this one dude. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play with you. Oh, you just opened the door. So he's going on, and I said, has being stuck on stupid come natural for you, or did you find your prize at the bottom of the Cracker Jack box? And he goes, did you just call me stupid? And I go, and I put a gif of a light bulb. And then he goes, you're up, And I said, well, as far as I'm concerned, this conversation's over because I refuse to have a battle of wits with an unarmed person. Yeah, he blocked me after that. Gee, I wonder why. Can't imagine.
Yeah, I'll never get that. Getting mad at literal cartoon avatars and voices, taking passion away from somebody, besmirching someone that you don't physically know or understand their day-to-day lives. Yeah, it's the most bizarre thing. Yeah, it's the block was a good thing.
Oh, he shouldn't come after me. It's like, oh, really? This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Let's fuck around and find out.
Right? Well, he was one of his minions, and yeah, was trying to hear me on, publicly, and I'm like, oh, watch this one.
I remember that too. That was very heart-wrenching for me because I never understood that. Someone like you that's just this pit boss of a person that corrals us, gets us all together, supports everything. There's always a like from CCG. There's always a share from CCG, and for you to be attacked, that makes no sense in this world. But that's the world we live in, sadly, and
Right?
and that's just how it is. Attack the people that are friendly and supportive. Yeah, that works.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was like back in 2017 after I left and deleted everything, and it's like, whatever, dude, bye.
That's good. That's good. Sometimes it's best just to do that. Turn the other cheek, and
Right. Well, I think it was a
Turn the
turning
bridge
point.
as you're walking across it.
Right. I think it was actually a turning point. It needed to happen that way. Otherwise, Creepy Clown Girl wouldn't exist.
Yeah,
And I needed it too.
and we need you as well. I think that's a very big thing for our little family here. Yeah, you're an important part of the family. So that's we all would have lost that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, I came up.
There's been a couple of times. There's been a couple of times when I've talked her down off the ledge too.
Yeah, that's good, and that's good support.
Yeah, because we can't lose CC. We can't.
I don't want to. I don't want to lose anybody. I think that's something that I've noticed. Yeah, I've noticed that for a few years now. A lot of good people have come and go and just kind of disappear off this. Yeah, it's too bad.
And of course, May 12th will be the 1-year anniversary that we all lost JPC.
Yeah.
Great guy.
A guy after my own heart. Love that poop humor, that satire stuff as well. Yeah, would have loved to do more collabs with him.
I would have too. In fact, he was just in. He was the first story in my 1K collab and live stream was dedicated.
That's good.
We had this little. In fact, he started it. He goes, "Well, you're gonna reach 1K before I do." I said, "No, I'm not." He goes, "Yeah, you will." No, I won't. And when I looked at his channel, get the link for Raven, I noticed he was only 5 away from.
5 away from 1,000.
Yeah, he was close. He was close to something. Yeah, I remember that as well.
Wow. So
then we got some originals coming back, like Black-eyed blonde. There's a lot of
Blue-eyed blonde. No, black-eyed blonde.
Yeah,
You're
blue-eyed.
right. Sorry.
Yeah, black-eyed blonde, blue-eyed blonde.
Yeah, you're
Anyways,
right.
blonde.
Yeah, it's like the black-eyed children. I like, oh, no way.
Yeah.
So Raven. So King, we're dying to
Ooh.
know.
That's a compliment right there. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you've been a bad boy. You did something bad, and now you're on death row. We
Okay.
want to know what you did to get on death row, what your last meal would be, and what your method of execution would be.
What I did was I hugged someone to death. You know, their love. They choked on my everlasting love, and their heart stopped because it fluttered too much a beat. And I guess that's a manslaughter charge because I didn't do it on purpose. So yeah, but I'm on death row.
That's the answer. It's him, because now you're him.
And I'm
But
on
go on.
death, and I'm on death row. Okay, and what was the other two? Meal to eat.
What is
meal.
your last meal?
Yeah.
And what is your method of execution?
Oh, method of execution. Give me a firing
What's your last
squad.
meal?
Really?
Yeah, but instead of a firing squad, just drop like a really sharp, long tack on the top of my head, so I don't really see it. Yeah, that might be good.
Okay, that's interesting. That's an
Yeah.
interesting one.
Yeah,
So what?
so like
Your
someone like
last meal?
100 feet up. Last meal.
Right. Stand on the sex.
I guess it would be. I'm really craving steak and eggs right now, so I guess my last meal would be steak and eggs right now. Yeah, it would be
Aw,
steak and eggs.
okay.
Yeah. There's
Really,
nothing like.
We've never had steak and eggs before.
Oh man, it's
We never had
fantastic.
that.
It's
No,
fantastic.
I mean
So-
I've eaten it. I'm saying on the people we interview, we've never had steak and eggs before.
yeah, yeah. You can't beat steak and eggs. I love the idea of having 5 to 6 eggs, sunny side up, and then you use the steak to dip the oak. So you got
Yes.
the oak and the steak. Oh man, and then the
a man
rest you
after my
kind
own heart.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Cholesterol, yum,
no.
indeed. Yeah. See, that's what
I
happened.
can't do sunny side up. I can't do that.
Oh, you just gotta
I
dip
was a
it.
waitress. I was a waitress for too long, and as you're carrying those things, they jiggle while you walk. So you've got this giant yellow eye jiggling, looking at you.
But the jiggle's good. The jiggle's good. The jiggle's sexy. It's a sexy jiggle. It's
It's yes. I like
Yeah.
the white stone, the yolk runny, especially on bread with ketchup.
oh hell yeah. So ketchup, steak, and sunny side up eggs. That's what I'm talking about.
Everybody, the show's over. We're gonna go eat. Bye.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got this mom and pop diner that's down the street. It's on I think it's on Sherburne Street that I go to once in a while. I might have to walk down there after this as well.
I'll be eating chicken strips.
yeah. You almost had me on the chicken strips, but yeah, this happened.
I will probably be going back to bed. So, if you were writing your biography, what chapter would you use to highlight the book?
What chapter would I use? It would be. Oh man, well, I don't want to get sappy and sad, but unfortunately, yeah, it would probably be the 2017 drug overdose that I had that nearly killed me. I think that would be the introductory. Yeah, I think that's probably.
Did it create a profound change in your life?
It did. So unfortunately,
that would
27.
actually be a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the change, not the overdose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, in 2017, I had a opiate addiction, and that opiate addiction nearly caused my life to end. And what happened after that was this. I started putting myself into more creative endeavors. I started drawing again and stuff like that because I was too busy drinking and partying and doing some bad stuff. So if my biography, my history is more this comedy and stuff like that, then yeah, that would be the one. That it's. I always like to
Oh,
joke around about stuff like that and smoking weed and all
Yeah.
that, but yeah, but I've been sober. I've been sober for about 6 years now. Yeah, we're
That's
congratulations.
awesome.
just yeah. April 14th was my sobriety date, and yeah, yeah, it's been good.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been an amazing battle. I had to leave those friends behind, and they left me behind once I was not party guy anymore. I found out who my true friends were, and I actually had to find people like you guys that are a sober thought and a sober process to me, and you know, guys, especially guys like Derringer, who I absolutely love to death and supports. Those are the type of guys that I needed, and yeah, that's a very big through line. So yeah, unfortunately, that's the one. It's not nothing funny about that, but hopefully it is at the
I
end here.
agree with you. I agree with you, Raven.
Well, thanks
Oh,
for
thanks.
sharing that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
I'm gonna heart that as well, actually.
Yeah, I agree
yeah.
with Raven.
Raven had said, "I'm glad that you came back from that, bro. The world would not have been the same place without you. We all need you here." So, very sweet sentiment from Raven. Yep,
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
yeah, it's tough, and
So,
yeah.
okay,
Go ahead, King.
okay.
Oh no, no, yeah, it's just yeah, it's a those are tough hurdles. Having that sort of support system with the family and stuff like that was always key to surviving stuff like that. Doing, you know, NA and AA was something that was always a part of the process. But I actually go get help as well. I do psychiatry once in a while, just in case something's off. And I've had some diagnosis that come about that actually kind of makes sense of why I did what I did. But at the end of the day, when it comes right down to it, it's people like you guys that really kind of helped me out and made this happen. So it's you guys are important to me as I need to be important to you guys. It's peaceable, right? It's the what is it? It's the Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail, except
Uh-huh.
the snake is kissing the tail, you know, hugging the tail. That's what we are.
Right.
I
Well,
was,
Well, I
I gotta
know.
tell you,
and I
Oh,
hate
go
to
ahead.
say it, but so was Raven. Raven was diagnosed with Canadianism a while back as well, so that's why he's constantly being confused for being Canadian as well. I hate to say it,
oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I
but
know
it's
for
Um,
but I think
Go
it's very
ahead.
important. I think it's very important though to reach out to ones you know and trust to get proper help, to get things in need, to understand yourself and understand others, and never know, and never not know that you're by yourself. There's always a chance. There's always a better way to survive, and I think that's the biggest thing. And you guys do a very good job of helping out people in this in the family, because I noticed that I notice a lot of people having struggles and health issues and all that, and I see you guys always reaching out and helping out people, so that's a very big thing that you guys do here
paying it
for
forward.
for a
I
horror
know.
marriage family.
Several- yeah. I know a few years
well,
ago, I was going through what I went through with an online stalker, two different things. But if it was not for the amazing love and support of a lot of people in this community, we would have a conversation. So I'm here because of it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's support, eh? It's all about support.
Yeah, gotta
um,
support each.
something you may not know is people with chronic pain quite often have to do something. You can't take more meds. So you have to do something to take your mind off of the pain for a little while. And for me, that was listening to horror stories because I've always loved them. And guys like you that have, they're just out there. It doesn't have to be a really big guy like Corpse Husband. The smaller channels are good too. And to be able to listen, to just click on someone's channel and go play them in a row,
Yeah,
and to
yeah.
be able to listen to that helps so much with pain control, at least for me.
I love it.
Uh,
I,
there's
I,
times when, I can't have any light on. Well, no light means no TV. It means, so I have to do something while I'm laying here to do, to take
yeah.
my mind off of it and stories. And like I said, being able to just click on someone and go play the list. So you help too. And
And
you probably don't even know it.
and that's the whole idea at the end of the day for me. All I want to do at the end of the day is make people chuckle, make themselves feel better, distract themselves from whatever sort of issue they're having. At the end of it's just one of those things where it's offer a distraction to a world that wants so much attention. And I'm with Raven on that one. I think being a smaller channel has me interact, has me take more chances, has me change up my script. Smaller channels obviously have me playing with more different people. I'm allowed to do different stuff to lend my voice to help out. As the Raven Dreams is kind of an exception because as he grows and grows and grows to 20K, he's still with us. He's still,
Hmm.
but but he's that you're still a small channel too. But it's there's you're busy. There's a lot of comments, a lot of views, a lot of questions that bombard as the Raven Dreams. But he still has the time to kind of, hobnob with us, and I'm with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your maker.
Yeah.
I mean, when I reached out and asked him to be a part of the collab, and he said yes, I was like, what? And
Yeah.
he's got half a million plus subscribers, but
Yeah.
he hasn't forgot where he came from, and he said it publicly in a tweet when we that tweet, anyways, that a lot of the larger channels do not reach out and ask for collabs, and it's like, what?
Oh, Dr.
He's a
Creepin.
great
Dr.
guy.
Creepin said that too.
Yeah,
Dr. Creepin said that too
yeah.
when we had him on.
And some of them,
So
and Raven's right. Some of them get complacent. They have a formula that they like to mix, and then once they have that formula, they just keep on serving out that dish, and it gets sadly it gets boring, and that's one of my biggest qualms I had. I was taught last time, I think it was about 3-4 months ago. It was me, Dodge, and 242 on her stream, and I was just at an end of just how boring some of these channels were getting, and I was getting fandom wise, I was getting fed up fandom wise on some of these things. I'm like, can we not just take a chance? Can we not just change the script? Can we not flex our artist bone for some of these big channels? And then at the end of the day, I said, I just not going to listen anymore, because if it's going to be the same shtick and the same script, there's nothing to that. And then thank my lucky stars, it was around the time where Raven did his April Fool's quack storytelling, and I went, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Change the script, do something different, have fun, do it all. Yeah, the duck stories. Yes, it was something like that's what this YouTube's all about. It's all about understanding your audience, knowing that they're there for you, and then you yourself challenging yourself to be different,
Right.
to change.
And a lot of the larger ones have forgotten where they started and who helped them get where they're at. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah.
For
It
me,
is sad that some people are, I didn't start out down there in the trenches. I was born great.
yeah, I always had 100,000 subscribers. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Mhm.
I just on April 2nd reached 1K subscribers. It took me 6 years to get there, and it's a journey worth travel, and I wouldn't change it.
And it's so well deserved for the support and love that you give to everybody, not just the horror family, but to everybody. You're such an open arms sort of person, and I wish I was like that. I've gotten, unfortunately, very stubborn this past 11 months, where people will follow me, and I'll say, "Well, are you following me just because you're just looking to gain up your numbers? Because you don't like anything that I do. You don't comment on any video and stuff like that. And it's a very rude thing for me to do right now, but I'm just so fed up with are you just following for the sake of following? But I should be more like you, where anybody that comes in that's new or anybody that comes back after a while, CCG is always there, ready to communicate, ready to support, and that's what's amazing about you. And that 1K, it should be 2K. It should be. You do such a great job being
Yeah.
this person.
I do the best I
She's
can for
always
everyone.
Yeah, right.
any
On.
newbie that comes in, any newbie, it's like, okay, this is the group. There's CCG. She will get you everything you need. She will make it happen. Go talk to her.
So funny enough though. So when I started following Corpse Husband and Swamp Dweller and As the Raven Dreams and all that good stuff, when As the Raven Dreams got back to me off a tweet I just said out in the ether, and I had like 10 followers and I was following like 50 people, I was shocked as well, because at the time Raven had about 1,000 followers on Twitter. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that happens that way. I thought the more popular people just either heart or don't communicate. They just take in all the tweets and go, yes, I'm great. I didn't know that people communicate back and forth. This is great. So I blame As the Raven Dreams for me having this thought process of, oh yeah, we're supposed to go back and forth. We're supposed to communicate with each other. We're supposed to. And then when CCG came in, she was like, "Hi, I'm Creepy Clown Girl, and here's everybody." And I was like,
Yep.
"This is awesome. This is exactly the way it goes." So I have this high-ranking expectation of, if you follow me, you better support, you better like, you better understand. Just don't say, well, if I follow him, he's gonna follow me, and then that gets me more follows. I just, yeah. If you're gonna follow me, let's play. Let's have some fun. Here's my sandbox. Let's make some castles. That's what I'm talking about, and I
Right.
love that.
Exactly, it's like, go on. There is no I in team. There's only we, and one
And
time,
what Raven just said, community is communicate. Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
I won't mention
I-
the name. At one
I'm
time,
really. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
somebody had told me that I felt I was self-entitled.
Oh. They don't know
Oh, that set me off. I'm like, excuse me?
you. Yeah.
But
They,
nobody's entitled to anything. We all work to get where we're at. Some get there faster, some get there when they get there.
absolutely.
There's only we, not I. And
Yeah.
it's like self-entitled. Yeah, I know you ain't talking about me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought it up during 242 stream where it was an understanding of some people are not going to like what you put out, and some people are not going to understand what your shtick is. And I love 242 to death because she goes, "Oh yeah, King, I love you, but I do not understand your content and I can't watch it." And I'm like, that's perfect, because we don't need to be offended by why is my views this and why am I not getting this. I'm at 100 subs right now, and that's just the way it is. And
Congratulations.
CCG says it took me 6 years to get 1K, and that's what it is. And that's just how things are. The algorithm, it's a weird thing. That it's a weird little thing that YouTube has, and no one will understand it. No one will get it. All you know at the end of the day is keep on doing what you're doing that makes you happy, that makes you content, and know at the end of the day that you're making somebody happy out in that world doing what you do. And I think that's the most important thing, rather than being offended of why don't you watch my content, and please sub to this and please watch that. And it's like, no, just let it come naturally. Let it ask. Yeah, like Raven does. I love how Raven goes, question for my fan base. What do you want? What do you need? What's big? What's not? Tell me, and then I can adjust. I can shift. And he's not like, Raven never goes, I like what I do and I think I'm awesome at what I do. How come you're not viewing enough? He's not that type of guy. He's communicating, he's understanding, he's going with the flow, and I think that's the way we all should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I came Creepy Clown Girl, my channel, I'm not as active as a lot of people, but I'm doing this, for fun and continue to be a promoter and supporter, but it's more or less to leave something behind for my grandchildren.
Yes.
And that's all that matters to me. The support and the 1,002 subscribers that I have, is a blessing to me, and I wouldn't be where I am today without all of you. So kudos.
It's great, to find purpose, like to wake up knowing that there's something that you have purpose in, and something that people are going to react to and find purposeful. Yeah, it's a wonderful human thing to have, It's very empathetic to it. Yeah, well done.
Did our Wendigo go sleepy by?
No, I'm still here. I'm just listening to y'all.
I keep waiting for you to ask the question.
But this is not fun.
Wait, was it Sleeping Wendigo's turn to ask that question, and then we went down this whole diatribe of this for like 30 minutes?
We don't mind.
No, this is
what we like is when our people go, that we're interviewing, go off on a tangent. We like that.
I had no problem. I was just going along with the ride, listening to it.
Good. I'm a tangent guy. If anybody's ever listened to 242's morning streams, sometimes that poor girl, she just sat back and I just like set off. And if it was me and Dodge, oh no, me and Dodge would just yammer on. So yeah, they know I'm a good tangent boy. So what's your question, Sleeping Wendigo?
All right. So this will be an interesting question. What would you say to any new or upcoming narrators or writers? Like, what is some good advice you could give them to help them succeed, if anything?
Oh,
go talk to CCG.
yeah. What I regularly do advice for comedy. I've been doing comedy a lot longer, but so it's the same applies here as it does for stand-up comedy, where it's patience. Read your audience, understand yourself, of what your strengths are and what the audience thinks your strengths are, and then try to merge that into what you think is the best artist content drop you can give them. That's it. At the end of the day,
That's
it's all
great
about it's all about testing the grounds, dipping your toe in that water, and just seeing if you can seeing how you like to swim. Is it doggy paddle? Is it breaststroke? It's just one of those analogies where just because you set yourself up to be this, fans or people listening to you might think you're going to be that, and it's just how things go. And understanding that the worst thing you can do is be stubborn about something. The worst thing you want to do is say, I'm going to be this, and people need to accept that. And that's a very good, strong thing to do. But in the artist guild, sometimes the public artistry, pop culture guild, that doesn't work out too well. you need to bend, you need to change, you need to understand, and go from there. And if you don't want to, then just keep on doing what you're doing, because I've had a number of comments come my way in DMs saying, "Hey, how about you be a little bit more serious? How about you tell more serious creepypastas? How about you do this and do that?" And these were people that were trying to help me, and these were fans that were trying to give me a heads up. And guess what I did? I still do my stupid poop humor. So I'm actually going against my own advice because I do what I want to do. I think this is therapeutic how I want to do it. And you never know, maybe one day I might have a side channel of serious glitz in the matrix stuff. But as of right now, I'm just going to do what I do. It's
awesome.
at the end of the day, it's be comfortable with yourself and be convinced that the art you're putting out is your art and your art alone.
Exactly. Great advice.
Yeah.
Like, another thing is, don't set your expectation too high, because more than likely you'll always end up failing.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about being a tortured artist is my expectation is always so low with everything that I do that when I do get something that's on an up and up, I'm very surprised and I'm humbled by it, and I think it's nice that that it happened.
Yeah, I remember when I started my channel a few years ago, I had I think it was like my 5th video I posted. At the time, it was one of the biggest I had at like 300 views, while the rest of it was like in the 10s and 20s. And I was confused by that because I was like, it's just another video with the other series I was doing. And now it's like one of the biggest on my channel, but it's not the biggest now.
But it was the start of something, right? It was a blip. It was a reply to say that you're doing a good job. Keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
it kind of gave me a little boost up to do more.
I love it.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, that's it, right? So YouTube sent me the numbers last year that that the Philippines and the Taiwanese were madly in love with my Cannibal Girls movie review video, and I'm at 9.2 thousand views, something like that.
Congratulations.
And
Wow.
yeah, and the playthrough's healthy, everything's good, but I'll never understand why the Philippines and the Taiwanese like that specific video and why they can't do
Yeah.
other stuff. But that's what it is. It's I made 9,000 people possibly enjoy that video, and that is absolutely wonderful to have that feeling. And I think that's something that's nice. It's a blip, and it is what it is. That might never happen again, or it might happen again. But either way, it's fun to have that because it just keeps you going, and I think that's healthy. But Sleeping Wendigo, let me ask you this: do you not look at that video and go, "Do I do another one like this? What did I do in this video so I can replicate it, so I can get the same reaction?" Do you think about stuff like that?
I do, and since it was part of a series, that series has been one of the main series on my channel. That's most of the stuff I go over is the stuff in that series. I
Right
do have a
on.
couple. I do have a couple other series that I do, but it's mainly the cryptid logs that I do, which is where that's from.
You feel
That
that? Oh, sorry. Continue.
like it seems like people were interested in the cryptids, so that's kind of most of the things I've been going with.
Right on. Yeah, and that was my question. Yeah. So now do you kind of say to yourself that series I will use again, but in a different artist aspect, and I'll try to bleed off that. And that's exactly the advice that I just gave. Yeah, you found a way to adapt, to understand your audience, and now you're going with a different way of doing stuff.
I
Yeah.
like vlogs. My highest video on my channel, Reaper's Horror, and I put together the Masks of Horror, and it is currently over 1K.
And now that's something that you'll be doing more of, or will you be reaching out to try to emulate that?
Would love to. It's just getting together and getting it done, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But
As we
Next
you know,
up, like
quality,
the bird of
quantity.
horror.
Yeah. As we all know, like today's a really good example of trying to find the time to get things matched up and all that stuff, eh? Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So we have some questions that we ask people that we save for the end because they're silly.
Oh, I'm a
So
silly boy, so this is good.
you're a silly boy. Um, so your best friend calls in the middle of the night, says, "I need to hide a body." What do you say, and what do you do?
Let me put you on hold. I'm gonna call the police.
Oh, really? Really? I thought we were gonna be
Oh
friends.
man.
Dang it, I can't be friends with you now. What if I have a Canadian body to bury?
Oh,
Who
the
am I gonna
Canadian.
call?
Well, if it's the Yankee, yeah, I'm okay with that, but not a fellow Canadian body. Oh man, okay, hold on.
You know, I think we've only had like one other person that said that they would call the police.
Oh, really? I thought it was gonna be the first one. I would have changed up my
No?
answer then. Ah, crap.
We
Okay.
should write a story
Right.
called "Don't Fight the Canadian."
Okay. So he wants more silly questions. All right. Describe your sex life in a movie title.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. It's gonna be oh, there's so many to choose from. There's so many to choose from. I'm gonna I'm gonna go with oh boy. Oh, what's the best one? What's the best one? Oh, what's the best one? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Pearl.
What?
Earl or with an E or a B?
P. Pearl.
Earl.
Pearl.
Pearl or Earl?
Pearl with a P.
Earl.
Pearl.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure why. It probably is nasty, and I may not want to know. If it has anything to do with necklaces, I'm gonna smack you.
No clam bake here.
Okay, that's okay. Who would you like to read your eulogy? Could be anybody, living, dead, real, movie character, anything.
Yeah, you know what? Morgan Freeman is always a good one, eh? That's always a good get. But
Yeah.
no, honestly, it'd be probably someone like As the Raven Dreams, because you know, he's a little bit younger than me, so I think he can outlast me. So yeah, I would like to have him tell a scary story whilst reading my eulogy at the same time.
We
Oh
completely
no!
Works.
Oh, oh no! Did you kill me, Raven?
What do you
We'd
think?
have to have someone drop that big tack on your head.
Yeah, from 100 feet up. It's one of those comedy Acme tacks, like how like the Acme,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
like those, like an anvil. Yeah, so yeah, like
Mhm.
just a big giant tack, and then I get to stand there like a goofball, and there's people staring at the tack across, and and I'm looking at them, and then they're looking up, and then they kind of look down, like they're watching the tack go down as it's going down, and then that's the only indication I know of this giant comedy tack about to fall on my head.
Even goes, well, of course, blown missile whistle as it falls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And I suppose, yeah, I suppose Raven could drop it. His aim's got to be pretty good, though.
Okay, King. Okay, okay. I have homework for you. This has got to be a
Homework?
drawing. Yeah, this
Oh,
has
a
got to
drawing.
be
Okay.
a drawing. This I've got to see.
Yeah, you could draw that picture right there. What's your favorite food?
Here's me, Raven, Wendigo, and Filia sitting around the coffin. Here's King over there up against the building. Now, me, Wendigo, and Filia around the coffin. And King's propped up against the building, and Raven's on a tall, 10-foot tall building,
Trump.
dropping the
Trump.
cat. And the top of the cat has to have a laughing face on it, like. Yep. That
Oh,
would be fun.
he says if I have to aim the damn thing, you're going to be there a while.
And that's what I'm hoping for, right? So I can, I could contemplate my life and all that stuff. Maybe you might miss. I can run away. You never know. Yeah.
I mean, you could put it in a dart blower and just shoot the darn thing.
Oh no, it would be way too big. It would be way too big for that.
Yeah, but as the cartoon goes, Raven's chest will get super, super big as he's taking in all the air, and then just to kind of blow it out. So this could actually work out pretty good.
A raven's,
Yeah.
the bird up there that's got the tack in his beak, and then you're up against the wall. The center of it, where you're leaning, is in the shape of a tombstone that says, "Rest in peace, died by tack."
It'd be something like I got pinned.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Pinned you again.
Yeah, King of the Canadian Hill, human pin cushion.
Right?
King of the Canadian Hill, too sharp for his own good.
There you go. That's the title.
We got
That
it.
was Raven's. That was Raven's
Oh, yeah.
idea.
Oh yeah, we got it. Thank you, Raven. There it is.
That's the title of the picture, and then it'll say under it, a grave tack.
Oh, yeah.
But guys, think about it. Think about it. Pearl.
Oh, that's got to be in the picture too. That's falling, and you're looking up, and you just see the word pearl.
Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
funny.
Okay.
So,
Are you most-
unfortunately, it's that time. So, Wendigo or Filia, we'll start with King. Any final words from you, King, and Filia or Wendigo? Or questions?
Like questions from me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to ask us question.
Oh, cool. How are you guys doing? No. So where do you? So CCG, since your recent live stream, is there any more live streams and collabs that you're doing with anybody?
Not currently, no. I would love to do more live streams.
Yeah. The
Those
Grave
are fun.
Matters is still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly. Yeah. So you're doing the Travelers Tavern and stuff like that still?
Well, we're trying to do it. It just seems like every weekend something happens and we can't do it.
Yeah, no worries. So
I
are
mean,
you
it's
working?
still there.
Yeah, are you working on anything creative yourself? Like just gonna put something out on your channel?
I actually have several things.
Right on.
I'm just I don't know what my issue is. But I already have things recorded. It's just making a video.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm kind of stuck in this spot.
yeah. It's the
And it keeps
execution
me
of it.
trying to get out of it. Yeah. I mean, literally, I have like 5 things recorded.
Yeah, and now
Just
it's
sitting
like, yeah, it's like, how do I get it out there? Like, how do I want to present it? How do I want to show the world? Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's a different type of writer's block. That's what happens.
Yeah, kind of. Narrator's block.
Yeah,
Editor's block. I don't know, but yeah.
yeah.
So, but I
Tuber's
have
block.
one. Tuber's block. Okay, yeah. I have one that I'm actually doing with Big Daddy Stone,
Oh, cool.
and that one actually has to have a warning in front of it because it's definitely 18 and older.
Yeah, you're
It's got
crossing the
fetishes
line.
in it. I will post out there that if you are underage, don't watch this.
That's what I do for my videos. I say Koch drawings not intended for children because YouTube seems to say no, we're not gonna promote this.
Yeah.
And Sleeping Wendigo, anything, any collabs that you're doing? Any good stuff that you got going on?
As far as collabs, I don't think I have anything as of yet. I do have a couple of videos that I need to record. I
Yeah.
just ain't had the time to record them. And I'm still working on another creepypasta, so we'll see how that one goes once I get it finished.
Oh, right on. I love that. I love that stuff. It's all about just kind of like having, like, you have all these. It's amazing. You have all these ideas. It's either you're written them down or they're in your books, and you're just like, how do I get that out there? And do I have the time to get it out there?
Yeah, I got 2 creepypastas written that I need to record. I just ain't done it yet, and I'm still working on another one on top of the one me and Cece are writing together.
Right on. Awesome. That's it. That's all I got. I just want to thank you guys for having me.
Being here.
Well, you are very welcome, and we would love to have you back sometime.
Oh, I
Maybe
love
actually
that.
live.
Yeah. I'm
Live
just
might work.
yeah. And the problem is I'm just so busy. So what I'm doing right now is I'm on call on my shift. So I'm a shift lead and I'm on call. So the problem is when it gets to the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's busier. Weekends are busier and things like that. So the front of the week is when I have true days off, unfortunately. But you never know. I might be there for you to do a live. But I'm just happy to join you guys on Discord here finally and be a part of the collective.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, you day job. Yeah.
Yeah, day job. So, well, thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. I don't know
You're
where that
welcome.
came from.
You're very welcome. Yeah, this is the newest breaking news. I am the Nevermore Collective owner now. I bought them. I bought it from everybody.
That's okay. A couple months ago, oh no, it was in March. It was St. Patrick's Day, and I wished everybody a happy Thanksgiving. So
Hey, In my
I
book,
don't know what happened.
in my book, it's Thanksgiving every day.
Oh, okay, we'll see.
But he's
Cece
now.
and Wendigo, thank you guys for being here. And Raven, thank you very much for all that you do. And even though Patience isn't here, hi Patience. I'm done. Take it away, Wendigo.
I would like to thank King of the Canadian Hill for joining us on the show today. It was very fun having you on here, and like Philia said, we need to have you on here again. Thank you to everyone.
So fun. Get the audience involved.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who will be watching this tomorrow. Thank you, Cece and Philia, for allowing me to be a part of the show, and thank you, Raven, for everything you do.
Awesome. Real quick again, thank you to Raven. Without you, the 1K and the collab would not have been possible. Neither would Grave Matters. Thank you to everyone who joined the Two Sentence Horror Collab and who joined the live stream. You guys are awesome. Keep rocking. Best of luck to everyone in your daily endeavors. Thank you, King of the Canadian Hill, for being here. Awesome interview. Really enjoyed it. Keep doing you, boo. Philia and Wendigo, thank you for joining me again this week. Next week, we're hoping to have the Dark Somnium back to Grave Matters, and then on the 18th of May, we will be sitting down and chatting with the amazing Horror Warnings. So keep your eyes open, and remember, if you do listen, the graves always do whisper. And once you join the collective, you can leave Nevermore. Good night, everyone.
Good night.